Anyone home? I know nobody's home. I know my brother's not in his room. Why? Because he's at work. But of course, it's Christmas time. And anyway, who cares if I go in his room to take some fragrances? I'm only taking the one today. Christmas is sharing and caring season. And the fragrance I want to review on my walk today is one that I actually bought in anyway. So, Jack, just be thankful. I got you a nice present again this year. The fragrance I'm going to review on my walk today, Burberry London for men. Yes, I bought him this a couple of years ago, and this is very much one that feels like the holidays. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray this on. We're going to have a little look at the note breakdown, and then we're going to go head out for a walk for a little fitness fragrance review. That's good. Let's talk about the note breakdown. Okay, so I've got my old phone at the ready. I've even got my little sea monkeys here, our channel pets, watching in the wings. So I will do another little update on them. They are growing, they're getting bigger. But what is in this fragrance here? What is in Burberry London? So why is it holiday season fragrance? That's probably the question I'm asking here. Well, if we look at the notes, you can tell why. Cinnamon is the top note. So one of the top notes, three top notes. That gives a warm, cozy spiciness, gives a sweet, spicy holiday feel right from the start. Exactly that. Exactly that. Just cinnamon for me. I always have cinnamon porridge on Christmas Day, and this fragrance has cinnamon in. Absolutely love it. Brilliant. It's got a bit of lavender, so clean, aromatic freshness, smooths the spice, adds a gentle barbershop vibe. You get this piney smell I get from the opening of this fragrance, and it lasts throughout the whole fragrance essentially. And I just wonder, is it that lavender mixing with the cinnamon? We'll have a little look as the notes go through. Maybe there's something else. Maybe there's a green herbal note that we haven't got to yet. Bergamot, light citrus brightness, lifts the opening so it isn't too heavy. Yeah, this isn't too heavy. Again, as you just saw, I sprayed through on my hand. It's not burning my nostrils. It's just very cozy, and I think that complements that cinnamon really well. Into the heart, leather. Soft, smooth, slightly sweet leather adds a masculine, elegant warmth. Yes, this is definitely a masculine type fragrance, but it's not heavy on the leather. It's certainly not aggressive and in your face. I think it is exactly that. It's a soft leather, and I quite like the fact they've put it in the heart rather than the base, where normally it does feel a little bit more overpowering. Mimosa, powdery floral sweetness, gives the scent its signature soft golden fuzzy feel. There is this fuzziness about it. It's not really refined and smooth. It has got that bit of aggressiveness from it, which could just be from the spices, but obviously mimosa, maybe that's playing a part as well. And then port wine. This is a really, really key note in this phrase. A rich, boozy aura adds warmth, depth, and a slightly sweet, fruity richness. You definitely get this boozy wine smell to it. And it just complements the fragrance so well. Love boozy notes, and I think that really emphasises Christmas to me as well. In the base, tobacco leaf, dry, sweet, aromatic tobacco. Yes, this isn't a smoky tobacco. Very lovely and sweet. The star of the fragrance, cosy, warm, gentlemanly. Yeah, I think it's part of the fragrance. I don't think it's the star of the fragrance. I think all of it plays a big part. Sweet resin, warm balsamic resin, adds sweetness and slight smokiness. I don't think this is smoky at all, as I just said, but it's definitely got that masculine vibe. Oak moss, earthy green dryness. I think the oak moss is certainly playing a part here. I said about the barbershop vibe in the opening with the lavender. I think that green pineness is probably coming a little bit from this oak moss. And then Gaiac wood, smoky woody creaminess enhances the warm fireplace vibe this fragrance is known for. It does. It feels like you're sitting at a fireplace with your family and friends. Just really cozy. It's just a cozy, relaxing type scent that you just wear on Christmas Day. And that's exactly what it's saying. It just feels like the holidays. It's not overly strong. I don't think this is a night out type fragrance. Also, we'll talk about versatility today. But yeah, it's a very lovely note breakdown there. Some heavy notes in the middle of the fragrance rather in the base. And I really appreciate that as well. With that nice sort of citrus opening as well with the bergamot. And a bit of lavender as well to add that bit of cleanness. But yeah, cinnamon for me, tobacco, oak moss, that pininess, that spiciness. And obviously, most importantly, the port wine in this top fragrance. Right, let's go outside, let's go for a walk, and we'll do the first category. So we're going to start with, as usual, price/value for money. Price/value for money. How much do I think this fragrance is worth? If I was blindfolded, how much would I be happy to pay? Well, I think it smells like a sort of 60 to 80 pound type fragrance, and I think it's in the mould of Bentley for Men Intense as well. Because of that boozy note, that's probably influencing my opinion, and I think it's just as good as that. I think this wine note in this is just as good as the rum note in Bentley for Men Intense. as it says, it makes you think of the holiday season. Very pleasant, very nice, just very relaxing, very calming. And so there's a lot of complexity here. They've got the cinnamon bang on. Cinnamon can be a super aggressive note, as we know leather can be as well. They've just managed to really strike the balance and make sure it's not too overpowering. It's perfect just for that home environment, and I absolutely love it for that reason. So I think it's great value for money. I think it's one of the best value for money fragrances. And you know, we're talking about a brand here, Burberry. Burberry is an expensive brand. You know, I think I spent about £150 once to get my brother a little wallet from them, and that was on offer. So if you can get fragrances for around £20-30 for this sort of designer brand, which can charge a fair few £100 for their sort of products, I think you're laughing. I think they've done a really good job with this one. So I'm going to say 10 out of 10 for price/value for money. Right, on to versatility. Okay then, so versatility. How much can you dress this one up, dress this one down? Different seasons, different occasion, all those sort of things. Well, again, it's about £27 at the moment, so it's probably a little bit cheaper than you normally expect, but that's because Christmas time is obviously when all the sales tend to be around. And look, there's no two ways about it. This is a Christmas scent, but it's one you can get all year round. And what I think is good with this is, yes, I think it's more suited to fall and winter time, but it's not super strong. As we were saying, that leather in it, the cinnamon, it's non-overly aggressive. I get more of anything is the greenness, the pininess, with that nice sort of boozy wine in the background. And it's not overpowering, it's not sticky, it's not in your face. I think the tobacco gives this nice sweetness. It's not got that sort of caramel vanilla sweetness that's just cloying. It's certainly nothing like that at all. And for me, I think that makes it actually more versatile. You know, you can even use it in, I think, the spring season. I wouldn't wear it in the summer. I certainly wouldn't wear it to the gym. But if you wanted to dress this up through the year and make it a bit of a signature scent in the office, I think this is fine. I don't think it has, you know, anything too aggressive or too harsh that anyone's not going to like. If anything, I think they're only going to say good things. So yeah, I think it's something you can wear casually because it's not really strong. It's not super sweet, sticky. But it's also, as I said, it's definitely more suited to that Christmas season. But the fact you can get it all year, I think makes it a bit of a plus as well. So versatility then, I'm going to give it, we'll go 8.5. Look, it's definitely a men's fragrance. It's definitely, I think, to be honest, anyone 25 and up, but it's definitely for men. It's got that masculine vibe to it. But other than that, look, wear it all year, dress it up, dress it down, and enjoy it. As I said, don't maybe wear it to the gym because you're probably not going to like it for you, but it's not so overpowering that you're going to check yourself out or anyone, and that makes it certainly more versatile, and you can use it then in a bigger range of situations. So yeah, we're going to go on next to projection. How much am I noticing it during my walk at the moment? Despite the fact it's much more busy with cars at this time of year, I do love the Christmas season, all the lights going up. We're going to be walking past little ice rink soon as well, where it's just good for kids. It's something very excitable for them, loads of little rides, and yeah, loads of Christmas trees going up as well. But anyway, we're going to go on to projection now. So how much can you notice this fragrance? How strong is this fragrance in terms of its projection? Well, over the years, it's been something that's been criticised a lot about Burberry London. Its performance isn't great. People want it to be a bit stronger. And I've always felt that too. When I owned this fragrance, I actually thought exactly the same. I thought it didn't have enough performance, didn't have enough kick about it. But actually, with my brother's one, I've really noticed it a lot. And walking at the moment, I can really smell it. It creeps up on you more than you think with this one. You know, some people have said it's been reformulated. For me, yeah, look, it could be a bit strong, could be a bit more aggressive. But it is meant to be more of a cosy scent. And I tell you what, if you're moving around and you've got it on your wrist or you've got it on your hand like I do today, you'll just notice it. You'll just get the odd waft of it. And sometimes other people have mentioned it as well. I've mentioned this one to my brother a lot in recent weeks. When he's put it on, it's not filled a room, it's not stuck in the room. But I'm getting that odd waft of it every sort of, you know, and it only stays for about 2-3 seconds. And that's great. That's what you want this to do. You want it to just be cozy and just sort of draw people a little bit closer to you without choking anyone out. And for that reason, I actually think the projection on this is actually very underrated. I'd be very interested for anyone that's bought a recent bottle, because they've slightly changed the lid. They're now like a silver lid. They used to be a raw brown black lid. Yeah, I'd be very interested to know if you've noticed that. But I certainly don't think this is as bad as people say it's a projection. And again, those people who don't like the projections are only saying it as a compliment because they love the smell so much and they'd want a bit more. If they had an intense version of this, trust me, everyone would be rushing to buy it because it is such a nice smell. But I think the projections have been underrated on this, and for that reason I'm actually going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's fine. I think it does exactly what it says on the tin, and yeah, as I said, even on a cold day I noticed this one when my brother's got it on. Right, we're going to go on to compliment factor now. How many compliments, is this a compliment getting fragrance, and how many have I had from my experience? It wouldn't be a workout about buttermint in my mouth, would it? So compliment factor. Do I think this is a compliment getting fragrance? Well, look, I think the smell is very mass pleasing, and that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be cosy, mass pleasing, and again that feeling of the festivities. But I don't think we should be looking at this fragrance as a compliment getting fragrance. This is one that's very subtle, and you wear it for yourself. You wear it to evoke those happy memories, happy feelings of being at the fireplace with the family at Christmas. For most people, Christmas is a happy time of the year, and it just makes you feel of those nice, having a glass of wine, sitting by the fire, watching your favourite film, and just being by the Christmas tree. To me, it's got this Christmas tree smell to it, and I love it. I think it's just that spiciness with the oak moss. It just gives you all those feelings. And look, if you were sort of greeting a family member and they were giving you a hug and a kiss, they'll probably notice it. As I said, it's not a super strong fragrance, it's much more subtle, but I think they would notice it if they're in your close proximity, or if they put your coat on or your hoodie on, they're going to go, oh yeah, that's very nice. And obviously that seagull agrees with me as well. But yeah, wear it for you. This isn't one that I'd buy for compliments, this is one I'd buy for myself, or for someone that you just want. You're going to see them at Christmas, for example, Christmas Day. It's just a really nice present, but it's not like that statement, really harsh boozy scent that everyone's going, recognise me. No, this is much more in the background, and it's not that big versatile blue fragrance that you're going to wear on all occasions. But as we touched on earlier, you could definitely wear this a little bit throughout the year, certainly not summertime, but the transition seasons, and in that time you'll get some compliments because you'll be able to wear it to the office and things like that. But don't expect this to be a loud compliment getting phrase. Buy this for you, buy this because you enjoy it, but it will get the right, it'll put people in a happy mood if they like this time of year. So for that reason, compliment factor will go 7.5 out of 10. I absolutely love it, and to be honest with you, whenever my brother wears it, I certainly compliment it like he used to when I first had it. Hence why I bought him that for Christmas a couple of years ago. So yeah, final round, we're going to talk about longevity. Okay then, and longevity. So how long lasting is this fragrance? Well, from my experience, not particularly long lasting. I think if you're going out for a Christmas lunch, or you're with family and the heating's on, because it's really hot when you go around like relatives' houses because they want it to be inviting, this will probably only last you half a day. But again, that's because it is that cozy scent. As we said, the leather and the sort of heavier notes like cinnamon, they're actually in the sort of opening part of the fragrance rather than in the base, and you've got a few woods then in the sort of dry down part of the fragrance, which I think just tone the fragrance down a little bit, and that's perfect. That's exactly what you want with this. It's not in your, it's not aggressive in your face, but that might mean you want to reapply it. But I think really just for that initial impression, this fragrance does really well. So I'm going past now, I'll show you all the rides in a minute. I feel like a big kid, I'd love to go on these. I love the candy canes as well, but yeah, this one just, as I said, it's more to wear for you. If you're going out and you want to wear something a little bit heavier for Christmas, maybe something like a tobacco veneer might be more suited, but I think this is when you go around your relative's house, or you're just at home for the day and you just want to apply something to make yourself feel fresh and clean. Of course, if it's really frosty, really cold and you're outdoors, I think this will get you through the day, but I think by the end you won't notice it. You won't need to wash it off or anything like that. It will just get you through and just make you, stop you from smelling, and it'll just give you that Christmas vibe. So yeah, I'm going to give longevity probably about a 6.5 out of 10. Nothing spectacular, but that's exactly, it's never meant to be. It's never said it wants to be a loud fragrance. So if you want something like that, I'd go some more for tobacco veneer, even at the extended cost. Just get a clone. So what was the total score for Burberry London? What did it get as its overall score today? 41.5 out of 50. 41.5. I think that's a pretty decent total. And I say this now, I can't think of a fragrance, and this is only that's under £30. I can't think of a fragrance that replicates a day or a season better than this one does. It really does. It just makes you feel the festivities. I've mentioned it so many times in this video, I know, but that's all I can really say. And if you've had this one, you smelt this one, I'm sure you'll agree with me, it's an absolute all-timer. It's been around, I believe, since 2006, so 20 years pretty much now, and it's still going strong, and there's a reason for that. It is a great scent, and it's such a good price that you don't even need to get a clone of it, do you? You could just get this one. If it did suddenly get discontinued though and they made clones, I'd absolutely buy this, and it's probably going to be on my Christmas list actually this year. But yeah, let me know what fragrances you're going to wear. Is there a fragrance you're going to wear for Christmas time this year? Is there one you've already chosen? Have you bought any in particular? Is there someone that you've already got your Christmas shopping done early and you've got them a fragrance? Or is there anything that you've asked for from Santa? Because yeah, I know for me, a lot of people find it difficult to buy these fragrances. They don't know what I like, they don't know what I want. But honestly, I take anything, whether it's a £2 fragrance, a £200 fragrance, whatever it is. I think they're all fascinating. They're all great in their own right. It doesn't matter what the quality is or perceived quality is. It's all subjective, and if you like it, that's the main thing. And I certainly like Burberry London. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, please let me know which ones you're going to wear this year in the comments, and yeah, I look forward to reading them. Catch you later.